Yeah, 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 yeah. What it do? What it do? Put up the restream chat right quick. All right. Oh shoot, my bad. What's up, everybody, man? What's up? I'm gonna do a quick show. I mean, because I'm not gonna be doing the live, whatchamacallit, the live reactions, because I have to leave. Like, the show starts right around the same time that I have to go pick up my kids. So I'm gonna do, my thoughts, of what to expect, and then when I get back, I'm probably gonna miss the first 8 minutes of the show. I'll get back and I'll jump into probably either the Iron Lord stream or whoever's reaction. I'll either watch it with them or I'll just watch it dolo and then probably do a stream afterwards. But last year, I think we did a reaction. Did I do a reaction or do I do a review afterwards? I gotta look through the archives. But last year, I mean, it wasn't really that impressive. I mean, the biggest news of X018 last year was the NXL and the Obsidian, which were great additions, but they leaked before the show. So by the time they hit us, it wasn't that big of news at that point. And I think that's what's going on now. I've already seen a couple of leaks on about X019. It's like they already got the Bleeding Edge release date, which I think I predicted something similar. They already got like some Game Pass stuff that it's a bit annoying. They're gonna have news worthy of Game Pass and stuff like that. But in terms of keeping expectations low, I've been on that train. After last year's for Inside Xbox, I never had high hopes for Inside Xbox. X018, at the beginning when it was first announced, because there were megatons announced at previous Exos before they brought it back last year. There were megatons announced, so my expectations were kind of up there. I was like, damn, they're adding a show, like another show. So that means they got a lot of content, some content they held from E3, all this other stuff. It turned out it wasn't really the case. And this year they're saying it's bigger, better. Every time Microsoft or Xbox says bigger, greatest, or historical, most, simmer it down a little bit, because it's an over exaggeration. It may be big for them because every year is bigger and better, when you're in control of the situation, but to the viewers, that's like that's nothing. So my expectations aren't really high. I haven't bought into that concept, and my expectations were confirmed when they said, when Aaron Greenberg came out and said, hey, we're not going to be doing, we're not going to, talk about Scarlet at all at X019. I was like, all right, then I really don't care. I mean, because at the end of the day, I really, there's nothing, I'm at the time, people are like, oh, why do you want to hear about hardware? Games. I mean, good, dude, I get it. Games, yeah, I play games every day, all day. I take advantage of games release. I love games too, but at the end of the day, we're coming off of E3 where a next generation console was teased, and by the time XO takes place, we're exactly a year from its release, and Sony's been sending out messages, hey, we got this, hey, we got that, all over the place, and it's like, you kind of want to, on an Xbox exclusive show, like a show dedicated to the Xbox brand, it would make sense to add some tidbits about the next generation. That's going to be we only got a month and a half left of 2019, and they're saying 2020 is going to be all Scarlet. Then I want to get another tease, a little bit more information. So that's why it's like I'm not really excited. It's like I already know about that. I had the Xbox One for 5 years. I know what it is. I know what games are coming. I already know what games is in the pipeline. So there's nothing really anyone can surprise me or you can do for the Xbox One that's going to get me super hyped. You know what I mean? I like studio editions and whatnot, but all these studio editions is more so just kind of got me more hyped for Scarlet, because that's when we're going to see the light of a lot of these studios work. So when they said there's no Scarlet information, then I really don't care. So my thing is, if there's no Scarlet information, are we going to see any Scarlet teased games? Probably not. So I really don't care. I already saw Bleeding Edge. I'm looking forward to Bleeding Edge, but I'm not ultra hyped for it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, my phone is too loud. I'm sorry, my phone is too loud. Sheesh. All right. So, I mean, Bleeding Edge, Battletoads, you already know how I feel about that. Like, I'm not even looking in Battletoads' direction. Like, the third-party games is going to be there. Like, I really don't care. If I already know of the game, there's no surprising me, you know? So that's why my hype is anywhere near there. I want Xbox to just come out and be like, you know what? F the BS. Like, you know, we're going to do some, like, it's the end of the year. We're not going to see these guys on any type of stage for another 5 or 6 months. So why not go out with a bang? I'm sure the people there live are going to have an awesome time. These events are a lot better, especially when they're trash on TV. When these events they're trash on like watching it on Twitch and YouTube and Mixer, they'll turn out to be trash. But for the people that's actually there, they're having a hell of a time. So I'm not going to disregard that. It's going to be people who are out in London, and they flew out to London and whatnot, having food, drinks on Microsoft Tab and everything. They're going to be playing some of the games that aren't out yet and whatnot. It's dope. It's going to be an awesome experience. But for us watching, it's not going to be that big of a deal. You know what I mean? And if it does turn out to become that big of a deal, trust me, you will hear from me. You know, I mean, this straight face will be like, you know, or some shit like that. I'll have some ugly ass, goofy ass thumbnail in my next video. So we shall see. Today's episode, like I said, for those who just joining in, I'm not going to be doing a live reaction. I just wanted to get my thoughts out before the show. I will be watching. My issue is I would do a live reaction. It's just that the show starts in the time that my kids get out of school is literally at the same time. So I literally have to leave at like 2:45, 2:50 and get back in here by like 3:10 and catch. So I'm going to miss like the first 10 minutes of it regardless. So and I'll probably jump in somebody else's stream, whoever's watching it. So shout out to everybody that is here on viewing the show. I do appreciate it. So I know a lot of you guys are preparing for your own streams and whatnot. So I'm going to say shout out to Frank Nitty on Mixer, Sign X, King Chris. Thanks for the follow. Definitely appreciate it. Let's get me to 1,000 followers on Mixer. Speaking of Mixer, Microsoft just got added Faze, big streamer. They're going to be streaming exclusively to Mixer. So that's a nice pickup. Everybody on YouTube, you know, we got Chris Righteous, Sam Ash, Phase 114, G400, as always, the finest, always breaking the news, Philly the Weapon, Average Giant. Thank you guys for tuning in on this random Thursday. So any questions? This is unlike previous Best Spot theories. I generally have a lot to say, to like just talk a lot and take questions afterwards. I don't really have a lot. I did want to put something out there. But if you guys, you know, questions, thoughts, what are your expectations? Like I said, my expectations I didn't have high expectations to begin with. It was just that my expectations were confirmed with Aaron Greenberg's comments, and then now all this stuff is leaking, and by the time we start watching it, the news that are supposed to be news aren't going to hit as hard, and it's going to suck. Big Cloud Gaming, what's up? So and that's really my reaction to that. I know there's going to be some I'll tell you what I feel like the xCloud updates are going to be. I think they're probably, obviously they're going to open up to more areas. They're going to add about 10 more games to test. And I feel like we will get a date on when iOS users can get in on action. That's what I'm waiting for. Honestly, if you guys want to know, oh damn, Kiss Me, if you're the best spot, why aren't you trying out xCloud? I don't have an Android device. I jumped off the Android shit back in 2011 or 2010. I jumped off of Android. That's why I am not. I don't. And Android is easier to code and to put things or to release things on Droid on Android operating systems for mobile. It's a lot easier to get things pushed through there, and it was less hurdles for Microsoft to get through to get their services up and running on there. Right? With Apple, they have a lot of whole privacy things to get through before they can release that. So I expect if you're going to have huge xCloud news, you're going to have an iOS beta date in a timeline, or unless you're going to have a release date. I highly doubt there's going to be a release date of the actual launch. But once iOS gets in, I'm able to play it from my phone, or my wife's iPad, and then I'm good on or TV or whatever. Then I'll be good. I'll be ready to go and to buy in. But right now, I haven't jumped on the xCloud thing because I don't have any devices that supports it right now, unfortunately. But I think that will change today with the information we get today. In terms of Game Pass is, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I think they're gonna have some hits in there. Bethesda is always on board with Game Pass. Rage 2 will be there. I think the last 3 releases, if they're not on Game Pass now, from Bethesda will be on Game Pass as of today. I heard rumor of The Witcher 3 joining in. To me, I have The Witcher 3. Probably not gonna play it. I started it and I never finished it. It's just something, I don't know. Maybe, and it's crazy things. I played since The Witcher's release. I played several action RPG games that have been inspired by The Witcher, which is weird. And enjoyed them, but I haven't enjoyed The Witcher. Like after The Witcher 3, I've enjoyed the games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odysseys. The what else I played to that nature. I felt like there's a ton of games that were like that that I enjoyed, but I have yet to go through with The Witcher. He says, Big Mike 102477 says, what are your thoughts on the leak of Bleeding Edge release date being leaked? Like I said, now the news won't hit as hard. It sucks. I'm happy that's coming. I knew it would be a February, March release. And it kind of sucks that it came. It sucks that it came before the news, because it came. The freaking date leaked like 4 or 5 hours before they can even go live with the show. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, but yeah, that's the thing about it. I guess the security of information when it comes to XO, because remember last year XO, the whole shit leaked prior to them going live. It's not as tight as when they were at E3, and they could have leaked the entire E3 of this past year, and it probably would. That E3 should have been leaked, but yeah, it's like I feel like XO is like, because of it's more of it's a weak event there, and it's on Xbox, so a lot of the stuff that they got to talk about at that point there's nothing to take the cover off. I guess it's just ready there, out and open for people to look at, to see, to preview. But yeah, I know they're supposed to have a Valentine's Day beta, a closed beta on February 14th, and another one on March 13th, which is like a week or two before release. Shout out to Grimes Miguel. He said the setups and stage at X019 looks pretty cool. It does. It does. I feel like, here's the thing with Microsoft when it comes to events, right, and stage presence. Those are down packed. Even if Microsoft or Xbox have nothing really mind blowing or no megatons to reveal, they will have the stage set up for it. Their stage will always be the most impressive thing about these Xbox events. Like X019 stage looks legit. It looks like it actually look better than their fucking E3 stage. It's this year, and Microsoft had a ton of dope E3 stages. Their last two were dope. Last year, I feel like they had the best their best E3 stage of like in terms of how everything was set up. Or was it that last year? Or was it this year? When was the first one in the Microsoft Theater? How many shows did they do in the Microsoft Theater? I think 2 so far. But yeah, I'm almost certain there will be good stuff. Shout out to Lakers 24. He's a Kobe Bryant fan. I'm sure there's going to be good stuff there. I just don't know if it's going to be stuff that I care about. And then when I say that because when I say care about is because I feel like if it's an already existing, like if it's information already existing or announcement, like I don't care about Battletoads. I know it's going to release sometime in February or March. I know the only thing that really would tug me is showing me some Halo Reach, because I really do want to play that and see what that looks like in 4K and whatnot. But I know about Bleeding Edge. We know about Battletoads. I know about Ori. I really don't care to see much of it. We know when that's coming. Minecraft Dungeons, Flight Simulator. I know about those. So I don't want to watch a remaster of E3. What excites me is the unknowns. And the unknowns are like, damn. So Rare's gonna be showing off a new IP. Obsidian's showing off a new IP. What new game going to Game Pass that we didn't know was going to Game Pass? Or what new studio are you buying? Who did you steal from Sony or whatever, or Nintendo or whatever? Like, those are the informations like that kind of gets me. There's nothing at this point in stage in time, right? Outside of the stuff that I just like really mentioned, that really about the Xbox One right now that you can say or do that will get me ultra excited, because we're at the end of the generation. Like, I'm no longer crying or begging for games for the Xbox One at this point in time. Even though I think 2019 they'll get more first party games, not 2019, in 2020 they'll get more first party games ever than they have like in this 1 year than they had like over the last 3 years. They'll like match their output in 1 year, in the first half of 1 year, than they have done in 2017 and 2018 and even 2019 probably combined. That would be dope, but at the end of the day, I really don't care whether if about like Xbox getting new games this generation, because we're in the last year. Now my mind, I'm exactly where I am in 2019 is where I was in 2012, 2013. I didn't care what the Xbox 360 was getting at that point in time, because I was over it. Like I'm like, damn, I'm looking forward to this Xbox, this new Xbox. What's the new Xbox going to be? Like right now, I'm looking forward to, all right, Scarlet. Even though this generation, going into this generation is going to be a little bit different, because it's not a closed door. It's not a cutoff. You know what I mean? I feel like the crazy thing is, I feel like it's going to be more like what the Xbox One X was to the Xbox One, except for more hype and I guess more games, I guess, dedicated to the platform. Because if games, I believe nowadays, are all going to be like cross generational, like there's no game left behind, some shit like that probably. Like, and so it's weird. So I'm looking forward to I am looking forward to Scarlet, but I think I'm done with anticipation for the Xbox games coming to Xbox One. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, when I say I can't wait till Halo Infinite, I'm not talking about the Xbox One. I'm talking about Scarlet. Even though it's coming to the Xbox One, I'm talking about Scarlet. Like, that's why I can't wait for the Halo Infinite. Not because it's going to be on Xbox One next year. Because I want to see what the Scarlet's going to have. So that's what I mean by that. So Hustle and Motivate says, let's share this stream on Twitter to support Smooth. Shout out to you, Hustle and Motivate. I appreciate it. Mac Abston with the $4.99 chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Jay Barry, my dude. My dude. Couldn't say that 5 years ago, but my dude. Yeah. So that's where I'm at though. Like I'm on record saying I no longer care about the Xbox One or what's coming to the Xbox One. I no longer care. I am done with the Xbox as terms of generation. I'm done being a fan or something like that. I'm done with the Xbox One for as far as generation and stuff coming to it. Sure, I'm going to play those games, but that's not where my interest is. So that's why when I posted that tweet like, oh, no Scarlet information at X019, I'm already disappointed, and then everybody's coming at me, well, why? Why are you surprised? Oh, games. You rather hardware than games? I'm like, I know all the games coming to Xbox One. I already know. Everything they're going to show at X019, majority of the things they're going to show at X019 has already been revealed, already been talked about. Like, and it's okay. I don't really care. I know what's coming. There's going to be some dope games coming to the Xbox One, but I don't care. I want to know what Scarlett's getting, since we're about 11 to 12 months away from that. That's what I want to see. I want to see what the Initiative, with Rare, with Ninja Theory, with Obsidian, and all these other studios are cooking up for Scarlett. Like, I that's what I want to see, because at the end of the day, you telling me Scarlet is coming in 2020? This means this year is a wash, and the first half of next year is going to be a wash. It doesn't matter if those games are the games that are coming out, right? Like the Battletoads, the Bleeding Edges, and stuff like that are coming out from games that are releasing from January to about September. That are like, let's say, Xbox first party games or second party games that's coming to Xbox are complete wash. It's like it almost doesn't matter if they come out. It doesn't matter if they're good or not, because it's a wash year. It's the last year of actual life of the Xbox One, of relevant life, before its successor comes in and clean up the mess that the Xbox One has made. That's what Scarlett's goal is. It has to clean up. It's reclaim time. That's what I want to know about Scarlett at X019, and not games for Xbox One. I'm sorry, it sounds disappointing. I mean, I'm in the minority, but that's just me. I don't want to wait all the way to E3. And matter of fact, I don't think it's smart that Xbox waits till E3 to talk about Scarlett again. Matter of fact, no. I know Microsoft historically does shows before E3 when it comes to actual next generation consoles. Is Spike TV held? MTV did Xbox 360. Spike TV did Xbox One. I'm not sure who did the original Xbox, but they usually have a show dedicated to that console reveal. Then they'll go on with the games at E3 and whatnot. So I'm just hoping they do that earlier. I don't want to wait until May or June to learn more about Scarlett. I think they should start aim towards March, or like, you know what I mean? Like show us something a little bit early. You know what I mean? They got away. They were able to do what they did like with in 2017 with Project Scorpio with Digital Foundry. I thought that was smart to keep like news around that console relevant, and Digital Foundry were the tech guys. And even though it wasn't a new generation console, it was a premium upgrade to the Xbox One, and I feel like they used the right sources to really talk about the console and reveal it, so it didn't get your traditional console reveal show. It was teased at E3 of the Project Scarlet thing. I mean, not Project Scarlet, Project Scorpio in 2016, and then it got its grand reveal as the Xbox One X, which I predicted the name in like freaking when did I predict the name? I predicted the name in like February before E3. Get to go back to watch my videos, right? And they were able to do that, but I don't think that's a good recipe for a next generation console. I do not think that's a good recipe. I feel like, you know, do your conference, reveal it, and then, suck the air out of 2020, the first half of 2020, just kind of really with like just free advertisement and like just info drops, like information, and then when we get to E3, it's like, just show me what you got. Let me pay a bill from Lakers 24X with the 100 embers, man. Appreciate it. He said all the wait till next gen memes came true, unfortunately. RIP. Shout out to Lakers. You know what I mean? True. The wait till next gen. Yeah, I hate the wait till movements. I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting. And I think Sony also helped with the whole waiting. Here's what happened, right? PlayStation opted out of doing its own. It's like, you know what? We're not going to do PlayStation Experience. It's if you're a PlayStation fan, that kind of sucked. And then they backed out of E3. That kind of sucked. But what they did was that it gave them room to drop megatons on a random day via Twitter, announcement, blog posts. It gave them room to do that. So that was like just random excitement. So that where it made really with Xbox kind of, we had to hold, oh damn, we got to wait until E3. PlayStation was like, well, we ain't got to wait. We just get an announcement. But people are forgetting, and PlayStation fans do forget, that those happened because they dropped every event that they would usually appear, like show up for. Like I don't know, when's like the Tokyo Game Shows? Are they still doing Paris Games Week? Freaking the PlayStation Experience, and E3. Unfortunately, so they dropped those shows, saved themselves a ton of money. And just kind of really just did like tweets and blog posts, and they can do that because of popularity, their awareness, and how big social media is right now. They were able to capitalize, and I feel like that's why even though I like the E3s and the XOs and the shows, you sit down, you get to watch something for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just get like loaded with information and news and whatnot. I feel like Xbox can benefit of the random tweet, the random blog post, that not something that's just like, oh boom, this dropped in the Game Pass, but something that's worthwhile. Like, oh dude, like this dude joined. Like, I feel like it would have been gangster, right, if Phil Spencer and the dude, what's his name, Patrick Sutherland, the dude that left DICE and he got his own studio, if they just announce a fucking acquisition right there, just on that, in that post with the picture. Happy to announce that we are joining Microsoft Xbox Game Studios. We look forward to seeing you guys at X019 when we reveal what we're working on. That would be dope. That would have been dope. I don't know if they're going to acquire them or what's going on with that, but I just thought that something like that would have been dope. Like stuff you could take advantage of. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm just looking through the chats. Grizzly Carpet says, what else could Scarlet offer other than 4K 60 frames per second? Maybe expanded mod support, more games. What really gets like the interesting thing, like I guess the selling point for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Scarlet now is going to be they can't really tout 4K because 4K was already done with their mid-gen consoles. Higher frame rates, they can try to advertise. I know Xbox. I'll tell you this. Xbox. I don't know about PlayStation, but Xbox will be having games at 120 frames per second. Like I've been saying this shit. Like when Xbox One X, before Xbox One X was coming, I was like, hey, the stuff that they're doing with their with the updates that they're doing for their consoles to support it, they're making it a little bit more like kind of just open. Like, why do they care about like supporting different monitors like FreeSync and going up to so many hertz? And I'm like, I feel like what the Xbox One X was doing, honestly, was beta testing what they're going to be planning for Scarlet. So I think they're going to be able to highlight frame rates that matches like 120. I feel like the ray tracing's gonna be like a big marketing play, but I feel like each of these consoles needs something else that's innovative, like that carries them into the into the generation. Like, what are these consoles going to be known for outside of their exclusive games? What did they do? Like, PlayStation had the the whole share play and all this other thing, all that other stuff that kind of just made it really dope. They had a couple things. They had share play, remote play, and then like I think PlayStation was the first console that had you sharing gameplay directly to your favorite social media account and whatnot. Though that became like a standard that we do now, like which is dope. So these consoles have to have something that they do that stand out, that carries them, that and it's got, and a lot of people like games. Yeah, they're both gonna have games, but each console has to have a reason to be for sale. Like, why would you upgrade to a PS5? Why would someone with an Xbox One X upgrade to a Scarlet? There's got to be something else that carries them. So that's really my thoughts on that. You said Vargas Grown 95 says I can't. He says Mixer don't work. If Mixer's not working for you, bro, switch your thing to FTL, or you can go to YouTube, because I'm also on YouTube. I do my web shows on YouTube as well. That's why if you notice, if it's something, because I use Restream, and Restream is funny when it comes to like coding and the way that I want to code to keep my quality up. So sometimes Mixer will have trouble, but YouTube would be fine. But if I'm like, when I'm streaming directly to Mixer, like video games, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna have an issue. But when I'm doing the web show, Mixer viewers might have trouble. That's why I do, because the web show, I don't really care. YouTube, Mixer, wherever you watch, I'm fine. You could watch it on YouTube. I'm not killing my YouTube channel. And if you want to watch it on Mixer, support me there. Watch there. I respond to both chats. Let me see. Care package. Thanks for the care package, gamer slasher. What else we got here? Melamat says Xbox ain't about to show shit that we don't already know is coming down the road. Yeah, I see, and that's the thing I really don't want to hear. That's what I really don't want to hear. I think it would be helpful. I think it's risky, but I do think Xbox should have that, or Xbox Game Studios should have like that roadmap plan. You know how when Nintendo with this, when they revealed the Switch, they kind of had this roadmap of what was coming out. So that's why you guys know what's coming out for the Switch. You just don't know when. You know what's expected. You just don't know when. You know a new Metro's coming. You know when the next 2 Pokemon games are coming and whatnot. You may not know what they look like right now, but you have like the PNGs and the JPEGs to kind of like to go off of, like thumbnail content to go off of with that. So it would be nice for them to have a roadmap. But the thing about Xbox with their history and all the cancellations and all the the delays and whatnot. It would be putting them in quote unquote harm's way to do that, so it would be risky. But I feel like they need to be more transparent, more upfront with their releases. They hold a lot of things to the chest, and it can be good and it can be bad. It's good when you can reveal those surprises, but it's bad when there's this perception that you have nothing and there's like really nothing to show. So it's like, bro, I'd rather you show me something that's coming out in 3 years and not to show me nothing at all. I mean, so Sony's done it. I mean, I think we saw Death Stranding for 4 years. We saw Spider-Man for about like 3 years. We saw how long did we see? We saw Days Gone for quite a while. I remember like a lot of the PlayStation's like mega hits we saw in like 2014, and 2015. A lot of those games were revealed, and then we would see them over and over again. And that's when like we were predicting back in the day that those games were coming out in like 2020, 2021. We called them PlayStation 5 games and shit like that. But hey, and I think Microsoft had like 2 games that bit them. That was Scalebound and the Phantom Dust, and of course Crackdown with their delays, which made them hold games to the chest. Let's see. Gamer Slasher says, I'm still hoping for Fable 4. I don't know what's going on with Fable 4. I know the thing is, I feel like Playground, the Fable 4 rumor's been strong for so long, and it's like I don't know what's going on. I made a video saying that Playground is not working on Fable 4. I don't think Fable 4 is a thing. I do believe we all know Playground is working on an RPG game. A lot of people believe it's Fable. I don't. I'm hoping that I'm correct, even though I would like to see another Fable game. But I'm hoping I'm correct just for sake of clout and credibility. Because that video, my Fable 4 video, has like so many dislikes. It has like 13,000 views and like it's like over 80% dislikes, dude. It's crazy. So if I turn out to be right that Fable 4 is being made, but it's not by Playground, you know how much like people, that video is going to get another 13,000 views, and then that like the dislike ratio will have to like somehow equal out. But I will repost that video once either Fable has to. If Fable's going to be, here's the thing that has to happen. I'm giving myself until either today, with X019, or until E3. If E3 next year, Fable has to be announced. It has to be. If it's being worked on by Playground or whoever, it has to be announced. It's been rumored for like 4 years. It has to be announced. You say, I see you hyped for X019. I am not hyped for X019. Just give me a heads up. Kid Smooth, let's be thankful for Scalebound. Otherwise, Microsoft wouldn't have acquired these new studios. Yeah. Yes, because it was Microsoft's reliance on third-party studios to provide content for their consoles, exclusive content for their consoles. Quality wasn't up to par. They slacked off. I still don't trust Platinum Games. I feel like they spent Microsoft money on those PlayStation games they were making and Nintendo games that they were making. But yeah, it did put them. It showed them that they couldn't trust, that they couldn't rely on second-party games. I just feel like those. I wish all the decisions all the things that they did in 2018, 2019 was done just 3 years earlier, because then we would be reaping the benefits now rather than in the future. Yo, Smooth, did you take ESE classes in high school? ESE, what do you mean? Like, can you like unabbreviate it? ESE. You said, Chris Rexy says, Platinum Games made great PS and Nintendo games, but somehow when it came to Xbox, it's their fault. LOL. It's their fault because they're responsible. They're developing the game. I didn't say they made a bad Xbox game. They didn't make an Xbox game. ESP. What is ESP? Dude, I've been out of high school for over like 10 years, dude. So I don't even know what they're calling classes now. I know the countdown's about ready to start on the Xbox Mixer channel for X019. I'm gonna get out of here in about 10-15 minutes so I can get a good parking spot to pick up my kids. So I'm about ready to take any questions you guys have. Any suggestions. Never went to college. Yeah, I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree. It says I own like 8 Switch games off physical. Oh, ESP meaning you're psychic. I don't think I'm psychic. ESE like in Spanish. What the fuck? Oh my god. Am I still paying off my student loan? Luckily, I don't have any student loans. I have all sorts of debt, and the student debt isn't one of them, surprisingly. I'm thankful and blessed to have that, but I got to get rid of this unnecessary debt that the only debt that I do have, which is stupid. But do I use video editing software for videos? Sort of. My setup is very lazy. I do everything with OBS and like Windows Movie Maker, bro. Like I'll record something like in OBS, and then if I need to do cuts or something like that, or include other clips, I have free editing software. I know a lot of people use like what's it, Adobe or Premiere and all this other crap. Like if it's not simple, I can't do it. Like there's not enough time in the day to really like to put all these hours. So this here is simple. Like I have my templates. I go into OBS and everything is set up. So if I want to do Best Spot Theory, I'll just go to my Best Spot Theory scene. If I want to do a regular gaming stream, I just go to my regular stream, my scene for regular game streaming, and I'm like good to go. Videos, like if you watch my videos on like YouTube, yeah, it's still the same thing. However, it's just that it's multiple takes, and then I do cuts, and if I want to include gameplay, it takes a lot more time. But yeah, I don't have anything extensive, anything expensive. I use a combination of OBS and like a movie maker or a video editor, a very cheap video editor that I use. I know there's other like better quality stuff out there that would allow me to push out videos quicker because the processing would be quicker. The shit I use is like very slow, takes very long, but it gets the job done. He says, "Are you going to try Satan's Toe Challenge? It's candy. I'm gonna try that. I'm not. I don't know if I want to do anything for any hot eating challenges or anything like that for a little bit. My stomach is fine though. By the way, Laker. If Kiss Move was Psych It, he would win every bet. That is true. If I was Psych It, essay. If I was like, I'd win every bet. And matter of fact, here's the thing. If sometimes I get lucky. I do better when it comes to sports betting and like predictions for games. Like I like my chances there. When it comes to like games and buying habits, oh no, I'm horrible. And predicting what shit's gonna review like, I'm horrible. Thanks for the 40,000 Spark Gamer Slasher. Come on, we got like 10. We got like 10 more minutes. Keep the questions going. Mixer retweets my stream like 30 minutes after I went live. Could have used that a couple hours ago. Yup. I still don't have Death Stranding, by the way. I'm waiting on Anti-Ruler to pay his bet, eh? It's interested in trying it, but the thing is, there's some games I want to play to close out the year. I don't know if I want to spend 50 to 70 hours on Death Stranding. It'd probably be a game I'll play in like December or January, maybe. If I finally get it. Star Wars comes out tonight. That is the game I'm really into. Matter of fact, I gotta plan my days off a little bit better. I would stream that tonight, but gotta work in the morning. That's the last game I'm really anticipated for this year. I feel like after I play that game, I can like I'll be content and I can name my top 5 games of 2019. I'll feel complete. This year for me, I feel like this year was so. There was a handful of games I did like, but there wasn't a lot. Like I enjoyed Control for what it was. But I think my thing about Control was a dope game, but I didn't think it was better than Quantum Break. Not to say it was a bad game. I just don't think it was better than Quantum Break. I enjoy those type of games to an extent. I don't think it was whack. I think I gave it like a what did I give? I think I gave it like a 7.5 or an 8 maybe. I forgot what I gave Control. But I played a lot of it. No, I played it. Like I got almost all the achievements, unlocked like all the powers in that game. What else? Devil May Cry 5 I thought was dope. Sekiro. I enjoyed Crackdown. The only reason why I'm not playing it today is because all the people, my gaming pairs, didn't want to, commit to the multiplayer. So, unfortunately, but I enjoyed the campaign. I enjoyed Gears 5. Obviously, is a game of the year contender for me. The Outer Worlds is a game of the year contender for me. I enjoyed Call of Duty. It's the best Call of Duty I played in years. And you guys know I'm a Call of Duty hater. The campaign was dope, and I love 2v2. I'm getting better every day I play it. I still have a subpar KD, but I'm getting better every day that I play it. I apologize for those who do watch 2v Tuesdays. I missed this Tuesday. I literally fell asleep, dude. Was exhausted, and I missed it. But I know Audible and Merc we're able to stream. But I'll get back on schedule with that. That's every Tuesday. But I've been playing that game. I guess I didn't feel too bad because I streamed the game like 3 days straight up until Tuesday. So that's why I didn't feel too bad about it. Prince, 11, thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it, love. Let's get me to 1,000 followers. You doing this with us? Oh, Gaming Addict. Yes, that's what I meant to tell you. I am, but I can't be there on time because I forgot the show starts at 3 o'clock. My kids got out of school at 3:05, so I'm not going to be able to get in front of my computer until like 3:10. So if you, I don't know how you're having the setup. I'll be there. I can't be there at the start because I won't even be able to see the first 10 minutes of the show. So I'm actually about to leave now so I can get a good parking spot so I can get back like early enough so I don't have to waste 15-20 minutes or so getting out. So I'll be there if you guys are still willing to have me. I just won't be on time. I'm telling you that right now. If you need me to jump in the call just so you get my frame in there, I'll do that, but I won't be there present on time because the show starts at 3. Kids get out of school at 3:05. I probably won't be back in on my area until 3:10, 3:11. Gamer Slasher says, is there any motivation for making your videos talking about games? I'm trying to be like you, the best bot. What do you mean? Is there motivation? Let me read this question again. Is there any motivation for making your videos talking about games? Motivation. To be really honest, dude, I like being, I don't know, I like to talk, and I like to talk about things I'm interested in. I like to share my ideas. I like to share my opinion, even though half of them are unpopular. I like to be on camera. I like to make my voice count. I'm not as well spoken as I like to be. But I guess real motivates me is that I don't know. I'm not athletic. I mean, I don't have any like my hobbies. Like I used to do music a lot, but like I didn't do really anything with that. So I like to play games. I like to talk about games. So it's just more so we got this thing called the internet and YouTube and Mixer, and you can share all these expressions with everyone. I don't know if it's really motivation, it's just a heavy interest. So, anything I have interest in, I try to share it some way, somehow. Music, record a song, you put it on the internet, and you hope people like it. You hear a response. Some people are very good at things, and they want to share it some way, somehow. Thanks to the internet, it's just they share it. I'm not super duper talented, but I have an interest in games. I have an interest in movies. I have an interest in music. I have an interest in sports. It's something I'm looking to share. So that's really what motivates me. Is like I really want to talk about this. And some people care about my opinion, whether it's credible or not. But I guess that's what motivates me. That was Gamer Slasher. Question from Gamer Slasher. He said, "You most def don't follow COD." Saying that, all right, Jay Barry is not really, I guess, not happy with this COD game. He doesn't think it's very good. I haven't been happy with COD. Like the last Call of Duty I think I somewhat enjoyed was outside of the Modern Warfare, like the first Modern Warfare that came out in 2007. Before that, I enjoyed the World War II Call of Duty. I enjoyed World War II. The one, who made that one? Was it Sledgehammer? That was Sledgehammer's last game. I enjoyed that one. Not the multiplayer. Thought the multiplayer was garbage. But I loved the campaign. Played through it, beat it, loved it. I don't fuck with Black Ops. Black Ops only had like one. There was only one good Black Ops game. And it was like Black Ops 1. Like 3 was garbage. I played I played it. Black Ops 4 I didn't touch outside of the beta. Advanced Warfare Advanced, the first where they first started using the mech suits or the exo suits. I thought it was a dope concept. Graphically the game looked good, the campaign was dope, and I tolerated the multiplayer for the most part, but I was over it after the first game. I didn't care for it again, and then they kind of overdid it with the several games. So Modern Warfare, I don't know, maybe it's not the best Call of Duty. It's just the best time I've had with a Call of Duty game since the 360 days, personally. My thoughts. That's just my thoughts. And that goes for campaign and multiplayer. Like I said, I'm not a Call of Duty. You guys will hear me cuss out on Call of Duty. I'll tell you how much it sucks, but I keep going back to it, and there's something I enjoy about it. All right, guys. I appreciate you all coming through. I got to get out of here so I can be back in time to watch the X019. So I'm going to go find me a good parking spot so I can get my kids and run back here. So that means I have to end this stream. I appreciate you guys for showing up. Remember, Best Spot Theory is a show that I do whenever I can do it. It's like I said, it's not scheduled. It's kind of just per diem. I just do it, especially when I got something on my mind. So appreciate you guys coming through. Shout out to those who sent the super chats. Hit that like button. There was over 139 people in here. You guys like this video only 46 times and only 5 dislikes. Come on, bring those numbers up, because the user engagement is looking kind of spooky. Dice Man Club says, buying any games for Black Friday smooth? Yes, but not for me personally. I'm buying games for my son and my daughter because I'm getting them consoles for Christmas this year. And just want to make sure there wasn't any other thing that I missed. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. As always, guys, Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. You guys have a good day. Thank you for the Sparks Gamer Slasher. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to end the stream here, and I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes.